up, guys? Welcome back to Talking Comicon. We are here in the new Talking Comicon studios. You know me, I'm Nathan, and this is
Derek.
And today we have a rant that we want to talk about that happened at Phoenix Comicon over the Memorial Day weekend that has to do with a vendor.
A vendor.
A
store.
A store. And this all started with the props ban issue that occurred after the police said that props if a vendor sells a prop, they have to put it into a box
or package
of some sort, put it away,
and ask the person who has that to get it out of the building as soon as possible. Put it back in your car.
Right.
Stop shopping if you have a deadly weapon on you.
Right. So
whether it's a deadly weapon or not, if it's a fucking prop, get it out of the building.
Okay, we get it. It's a fucking toy, guys. Yeah. Like lightsaber or not. We get some of the toys that these people make can be deadly weapons.
They sell swords.
Have you seen
axes?
So you know what we're talking about, and you probably can assume this by now. We're talking about the issue that happened with Ultrasabers. They are a custom lightsaber maker.
You have one.
I do have one. I have a very basic one, but I have they're very expensive.
$350 basic lightsaber.
Yeah, for a pretty basic lightsaber. I think I did some upgrades, but it was still pretty basic as far as the hilt goes. Now, some of their hilts, they are full metal. They are made out of aluminum, I believe. And if you don't think that an aluminum piece of metal can't be a weapon, you're out of your goddamn mind. I'm going to be straight up about that. And some of their hilts look like basically axes.
Mm-hmm.
They have parts that could be a blunt or sharp-edged weapon and hit somebody with. Okay, I get it. The actual lightsaber part of it is plastic, and you're gonna have to hit somebody really fucking hard with that. But yeah, you still maim somebody with it.
Yeah,
I get it.
I get some damage.
I get it. You guys think that it's a toy, but this is a serious issue.
Yeah.
Okay, and herein lays the issue.
We're gonna read off some stuff here.
Well, let me give some backstory before we read this off. Okay, some backstory is. An issue happened Thursday night, or not Thursday, Thursday afternoon.
Thursday, May 25th.
At Phoenix Comicon, a guy brought some guns in and fucked everything up for everybody.
Phoenix Police Department said no more
weapons,
bans,
period.
No more props.
Period.
It looks like a gun, looks like a sword, get it the fuck out of this building. We're done.
Yeah, well, the initial ban was just props, period. It was like, no, security is just being on lockdown because a dude brought some guns in and almost killed some people.
Keep in mind, we're coming off of the weekend before, which had an incident with an Ariana Grande concert in the UK.
Yep.
Which was
real.
People died. People died.
People died. This is a serious issue, guys. Phoenix Comicon is a soft target. This is serious stuff. Our lives, our kids' lives are on the line. I get it. You guys want to make jokes and you want to try and make your argument about these things being toys. But these toys can be weapons, and the police took this very seriously. And inlay Phoenix Comicon had to take it seriously.
Yeah.
So what had happened was we had this response that said that these prop weapons, toys that were sold, had to be put away as soon as possible.
So going to Friday morning.
Well, Ultrasabers, Friday morning they had a mandatory meeting
for all the vendors. Guess who didn't show up?
Ultrasabers did not send a representative.
They did not.
Okay.
In any case, the whole situation was to tell everyone, all the vendors, that if you're going to be selling something that looks like a prop, bag it, tag it, box it, get it the F out of the building as soon as possible.
Right.
Simple.
Yep.
Police rules.
Yep.
Got to do it.
Yep.
Why wouldn't you want to do it? I don't know. Let's get into that.
Yep. So what we're going to do right now, Ultrasabers put out a response after they apparently were kicked out of the building.
Yeah, as they said, they were kicked out.
They were kicked out of the building. So let's go ahead and read their response now.
also stated that he had the right to remove any vendor from the show at any time for any reason and without refund of any portion of the booth rental.
Which is probably in their contract.
Yeah.
Let's be clear about that.
Exactly, they signed on that. In any case, more stuff going over here bitching about people's egos, things like that.
They name drop a lot of people to try and throw people under the bus.
Exactly. And then Phoenix Comicon releases their statement right away, saying, subsequently, they were asked to remove their exhibit and exit the building. Ultrasabers was issued a full refund of the cost of their exhibit space, and a check was issued to them on site before they left.
So, that is a complete contradiction to what Ultrasabers put out in their
Exactly. And here we go to what happened with them and their little flyers that they sent out. This morning, representatives of Ultrasabers managed to secure badges to enter their premises and distribute propaganda flyers, which we just read out to you, claiming compliance with our procedures and accusing Phoenix Comicon of refusing to grant a refund. At this time, no decision has been made regarding Ultrasabers' eventual return to Phoenix Comicon or other Square Egg Entertainment events. Now, I'm going to say this. Now, this is just me being able to walk around on Friday morning when it was dead, which we have explained in other videos that Friday morning was
completely dead.
Completely dead.
We did a live video, which is actually going to be in our. I've taken some of that footage. It's going to be in our recap video.
Okay.
And we talked about it in a previous vlog.
We were down at lower level at like 9 a.m. on Friday morning. Got into the lower level exhibit area at 10 a.m. and by noon it did not get packed. So we talked to some of our friends who are creators there about the meeting that was happening. I'm not going to get on tape because I'm not even going to point out who the fuck we talked to.
Basically, every vendor, every one of our friends who are vendors or artists there
said that they did not show up.
Yeah, they said that Ultrasabers was in the wrong, and this is coming from other vendors.
And this was before any of this bullshit happened.
Yeah,
like literally, they said that there were a lot of people, other vendors, they were even there, by the way, that were complaining and making a stink over the safety of the customers.
Right. They complained because it was to some of the vendors it was an inconvenience to put, their toys, weapons, prop weapons, whatever in a box, secure them away, because maybe they didn't have a box or they didn't have a trash bag or whatever it was. So it was an inconvenience to some of the vendors there, but the only one to not comply or not even send a representative was Ultrasabers. They were the only one to defy the rules because they believed that they were above the system because they were a premier vendor.
Premier by a dollar amount? Sure. Customer service? Probably some of the worst I've ever experienced, and I'm not even a customer of theirs.
Right. And besides the point of the experience that I had before in the past with them, what they did, how they reacted to the situation was wrong. You do not put this chip on your shoulder like you're a premier vendor and the rules don't apply to you. These rules were put out and mandated by the Phoenix Police Department. Okay? And then Phoenix Comicon, in turn, was enforcing these rules. If you don't enforce the rules that they put out, you are in breach of the contract that you signed to be a vendor at that convention.
And no longer are you going to have a convention.
Point blank. They were given multiple warnings, did not comply, at that point were given a full refund and asked to leave.
Yeah.
And they acted like children, wrote up a response that was propaganda at its heart, got passes to go back into the convention the next morning, and hand their propaganda out to every vendor that was still there. which was everybody else except for them, because nobody else left. Because at the end of the day, it was still a fantastic convention, and people still made money hand over fist. Some of our comic book creator friends said that they have never seen more people buying more comic books in recent years other than this convention.
Brian Polito, he said he had the most successful time ever.
Right. Which is awesome.
Coffin Comics and Lady Death had their most profitable time at this year's convention.
Yep.
Than any other convention they've ever been to.
You can look on Brian's Facebook page. This is a statement that he put out publicly. Not something that we just heard from him privately. He put this out publicly. Our buddy Mike Martin, who does the Blood and Dust comics, also publicly put out that he was seeing the most comic book sales in any show in a couple of years, probably.
Yeah.
And that says something, guys. The crowd was still there. The people were still there to spend money. Ultrasabers was there to sell their product, but they thought they were above the law because they felt that because they bought 6 booths that they were above the rules. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Welcome to the real world. You signed a contract. The police department, the authorities.
All they asked you to do was bag your shit.
That's
bag
it.
your shit.
That's
bag
it.
your shit.
Some of their hilts look like axes. They have sharp edges. Like if someone was to hit me with that aluminum edge in my freaking skull, I would be a twitching chicken on the ground. I would be dead. Or mentally freaking retarded for the rest of my life if I lived through it. Let's be straight about that. I get it. It is a toy lightsaber. But the aluminum hilts that they make them out of are serious weapons. They are metal. That's not something to be taken lightly. And I know some of you on social media have been trying to play it off as, oh, it's just a toy lightsaber. It's not a real sword. I got that.
You own one.
I own one.
Hit me with it.
You'll be on the ground. You'll be knocked the fuck out.
It'll fucking hurt.
It is a piece of serious fucking aluminum. You'll be knocked the fuck out. It's just like your metal fucking, your baton.
Yeah, my ass.
Yeah, your ass. You'll be knocked the fuck out by that. But some of you on social media want to pretend like this is not an issue. Like Ultrasabers were the people that were in the right.
They're the victims.
Yeah, like they're the victim. I hate to break it to you, they're not the victim. They acted like a bunch of children that day. They put out some propaganda bullshit to make Phoenix Comicon look bad. But in the end, to me, they only hurt themselves. Because guess what? There are other custom lightsaber makers out there, like Saberforge, that, in my opinion, make a better freaking product. So, guess what, Saberforge? Bring your ass to Phoenix Comicon from now on, because I think you might got a booth that just opened up.
And if you gotta bag it, whatever. The kids will love it at home.
And they're going to show it off to all their friends and be like, look, I got this lightsaber from Saberforge, not Ultrasabers.
Because Ultrasabers wasn't there.
Yep. Sorry, guys. That's how business works. Sign a contract, follow the rules. Don't be a dick.
Don't be a dick.
Don't be a fucking dick.
Don't be a dick. Hey, and get your hand out your pants, alright? Don't be a dick. Those cement shoes? Want to take a walk down the Hudson?
Oh, give me a glass of prune juice.
Were you fucking on your beard?
Oh, Jesus. Alright, guys.